It is such a beautiful day here in Nairobi, wherever you're watching us from. Thank you so much for sticking with KTN News. Before we went on that commercial break, I told you we'll be having a very important conversation, body odor. And we're going to learn a few interesting things this morning. So let me introduce my panel. Sitting closer to me, I have Dominic Ndambuki. He is the beauty consultant at Linton's Hilton. And on my far end, Andy Nicole. She's the lead trainer at Linton's College of Beauty. Guys, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
This is a perfume.
Yes.
Yes. This shoe is a perfume.
My favorite.
Yes.
Okay. You know what, Andy, and you guys won't stress us. How is this even a perfume? But anyway, we'll get to that. Let's jump with and talk about this important things of body odor. First of all, is there a right way, and I'll begin with you, Andy, to choose a perfume?
Yes.
Are there certain steps you take, or do you just go and be like, this is gorgeous, take it and, that's it? Or is there a proper way of choosing a perfume?
Yes, of course, the obvious way of ladies and gents choosing perfumes is always looking at the outside appearance first. But you have to take your time. We have three types or scales or a pyramid in perfumes. We have the top, and then the mid, which is the heart, and then we have the base. So the top is the one where you get when you enter a store, and then you're like, that smells nice, that's what I want. That's your first choice. So it's usually one that lasts just for between 30 to 2 hours. Then we have the mid, which sets in after 15 minutes, and then we have the base. That one that you have to smell once, smell again, test it, go around, then come back for it.
Yeah.
So then it depends with you. What do you want? Do you want that lasts, that one that matures, or just want one for freshness, which is either the mid or the top?
Okay, so let me get this straight. Even there are types of perfumes in the sense that of how long they last.
Exactly.
Once I put it on me.
Yes.
All right. Dominic, let's take this further. Is that the same analogy for men as well?
When it comes to all perfumes, actually, it's all perfumes. And as Adi said, we have concentration in terms of ingredients in the perfume.
Okay.
So perfume is made of ingredients, natural and synthetic. So when it comes to men perfumes and ladies perfumes, there is that concentration, the first concentration, which is top note and notes. That's the first scent you get. You cannot choose a scent based on that. You have to give it time to envelop. Okay. And testing perfume, you don't just test on something. You have to test on your skin, because we have different types. We have different body chemistry.
Okay.
So the way it is, it envelopes from
for women,
or for you, is totally different from her. Really? How she gets it is totally different, because we have different body chemistry. Okay. And for men, it's the same. Now, what matters is where you apply it.
Yes. So is it different for men and women?
No, yeah, it is different.
Okay.
Yeah, for ladies, and I know Adi will say that. Let me speak on the men part. The men part, you focus on the biceps.
The biceps.
Muscles.
Okay.
The muscles. So here, a man has to spray on the biceps, on the chest, and if you have the six-pack, then you spray on the six-pack. So you don't say now we don't have the six-pack, it's only that it's disorganized. It is disorganized, but the next show it will be organized.
Okay.
So you spray there, because every time the muscles contract, it gives a very good scent.
Okay.
So we don't do on the armpits the way people spray, just focusing on the armpits or all that. No, for men, no.
I saw something that even legs, some people even spray behind.
For ladies, it's the pars areas, and those are warm areas. That is this part,
okay,
behind the ears, on the cleavage, behind the legs. These are the areas you spray.
But not on the thighs.
Not on the thighs.
They always make that mistake.
Oh my goodness.
You never have to do it.
I like
on
that.
the thighs.
Where not to also spray as well. Okay, so for women, it's most of the times it's right here. Most of the time
they do it here or behind the ears, around your cleavage, like you said. And a very nice fact that most women don't know is you can spray your perfume on your hair.
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah, yes. I just did today.
Okay, but the chemical ingredients.
It's not about the chemical ingredient. First of all, it's because your hair is porous. And once your hair is porous, it accepts odor.
Okay.
Or smell or scent, and you're giving it scent. So if you are the type of person who wants perfume to be around you, your hair is the best place.
Absolutely.
Okay, now that one, Andy, you caught me off guard. I did not know that you can actually spray perfume on your hair. Nevertheless, it will not mix up with ingredients, especially for women who have natural hair. We're constantly putting oils and doing things to our hair. Then you add this on top of that.
First of all, for natural hair or any other hair, let me talk of natural hair. There's an LOC method where you wash with liquid, you oil it, and then you have to cream it. So the cream, that's already a seal. The oil gets in your hair, the cream seals it. So when you spray on your hair, it stays on the hair. Okay. Until you wash your hair.
Okay, that's a new fact that I didn't know. And then how often do you spray if you're spraying on your hair?
You can spray once a week,
and then
you wash your hair every week. And then now you can continue spraying on every other pulse area.
Okay. Yeah. And I liked what you said. Perhaps even for men, no spraying on the thighs as well.
No spraying on the thighs.
Okay. But then help me understand this. What is it? And probably Dominic, you'll be the one who will be able to take us through this one. Yes. There's so many perfumes, and we make fun of it, of the perfumes from Somalia. Yeah. Hey, those ones, you can, I am sure if someone sprayed it all the way along Mombasa Road, we would be able to smell it from here. That's how strong they are. Yeah. Help us understand why are certain perfumes made that strong? And for some weird reason, it also has a market, the people who actually spray such heavy scented perfumes.
All right. I want to give you a summary of how these things do.
Okay.
For instance, you find that perfumes are meant according to climate. There is summertime, there is winter times. And you find that in areas where it's semi-arid, the weather is too hot. If it is hot, you find that, and also it depends on the lifestyle there. So I should say that some of the perfumes you find they are very highly concentrated to stay you long. Once you spray, it stays like the hour of a week, and you can tell that perfume actually. But there is the Arabic way of doing the perfumes, and there is another way of doing the perfumes. So you find there are Arabic perfumes, and purely you find shops stocking that, and this is purely Arabic. So the ingredients put there, they are so spicy. You find it so spicy. They have patchouli, vanilla, things that are very highly concentrated. Yes. But it comes also to the world of those who doesn't want this kind of perfumes, and that's why we have different categories, and we say them family. So we have a family of fruity scents. Yum, yum. You feel you want to hit that scent. Yeah, you are following that scent where it is, it's edible. Yeah. So you have also floral scents, where now we have the roses, we have those kind of flowers, beautiful Irish palida, you know, the noble ingredients, which are very hard to get them. And you have to travel so far, like Australia, like Morocco, India, to get all those ingredients.
Meaning floral perfumes are more expensive then?
I'm speaking in terms of every family. You find that there are certain perfumes in that category of family, very expensive because of that ingredient.
All right.
So we also have woody scents. Woody scents in the sense of that you can feel a scent of a timber. And that's the feeling you get when you get to the forest. This scent you get in the forest, you go for picnic, you want to just relax. That's the scent you get in a perfume, which is woody. And that's the way now to choose the perfume. What kind of class or category do you identify yourself with? So if you're a fruity person, then taste the which are fruity. If you go woody, you feel like you are not, somebody cheated you, do not like get the right scent for you. You know, you have to be consulted on these things for you to get the right choice.
Right.
And you cannot just pop in a shop and happen to buy.
Right.
Without being tested.
And as we're talking about the whole aspect of body odor, there's some people who are allergic to perfumes. Then what? What would you advise them to do?
That takes us back to the pyramid I talked about, where we have the top, the mid, and then the base. Now the top, in the top types of perfumes, you have the, we call them the ozonic types of perfumes, and a bit of fruity, just a bit of fruity. Fresh, whereby you find you have sweet smelling but not really strong, and then you have fresh perfumes and they last just part of the day.
Okay.
Then we go to the midway, we have the fruity. Those ones stay and last for some time, and then you have the base. So if you want the ones that last longer, you might be looking at the base. Because at the base of the perfumes where we have the musk, we have the woody, and then we have also the vanilla, we call them the kitchen ones, the cookie ones. Then we have the chocolates, and then we have the vanillas as perfumes. They last, and then as the day goes, it changes with temperature, changes with the environment, changes with yourself. In your skin, they can last up to 10, 11 hours, but in your dress, in your clothes, they last days.
Days.
So you find some perfumes when you buy them, you spray them, even after 21 washes, still stays there.
Wow.
So that is the day. So also depends on what you want. Do you want to smell like that the whole day, or you just want slight thing? So on personality.
And what you want to get out of it.
Yeah.
Dominic, what's the difference between perfumes and body splash?
Beautiful. Perfumes, we have, as I said, we have ingredients. You find that for you to mix the natural ingredients plus the synthetic ingredients, there is one factor and one substance. That's alcohol. So that's what makes it last for long. Also make it react with the skin very fast. Now, body splash is when you get to the bathroom, come out of the bathroom, and just apply yourself on the body. That's just body splash. You want to feel nice while in the house. Don't do body splash when you are going outside.
It will last.
2 hours only. You want to feel good in the house. You want to, for those who, family people, you want to feel good while you're on the sofa. Yeah, when you come together, you want to feel the scent of the other person. It's so good. Yeah, it's not just to relax and say that the bathroom will too do that. No, body splash. Don't do perfume in the house. Have body splash. Perfume is for when you want to go out.
Okay, so body splash is not for going out.
Also to add on that, we have EDTs and EDP.
Okay.
EDT meaning eau de toilette, and then we have EDP. I hope my French is fine. Eau de perfume. So of course, definitely EDTs don't last as long as EDPs, and that also brings a margin in the price.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Now, we've talked about the whole perfume. Let's talk about another part, feet. And this is the thing. And last time when you guys were here, we also talked about manicure and pedicure, even for men. Let's talk about odor for feet. For people who perhaps that have smelly feet, what would you advise them, Dominic?
All right. As you know this, a feet has what you call, the body has 3 layers: epidermis, dermis, and hypodermis. So you find on the feet, we have the hypodermis, the fat tissue. Okay. So you find in the school, you used to get the beating either on the legs. Why do people happen to beat you on the legs and your hands and perhaps the back? Because that's where we have the fat tissue, the hypodermis. Now it forms layers, and those are dead cells forming there. So, as for like a man, you need to do, because we don't have to have that thing to scratch.
Yes.
Visit for pedicure. Do a pedicure. Let your nails done. Let your spaces between the feet be checked on.
Right.
And also yourself. Once you wash yourself, dry your your feet. Have towels, different towels. I know many will have problem with this.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's the thing.
That's a problem. You
The
can't
towel
apply
for your feet should be different from the towel that you use on your general body.
Do a towel for the feet, for the hands, and for the face, and for the
Just simple small towel will do.
Okay.
Yes.
And Andy, on top of just the aspect of feet, okay, a pedicure once in a while.
Yeah.
What other tricks and tips can I perhaps do at home?
Number one, you should always have a lifespan in your shoes. You have to change your shoes after some steps. So there's a guy who did research, and he said you have to change your shoes after 517 miles.
917.
517
miles.
So that's like 2 months. Kindly change your shoes. Or like for ladies, we have a lot of shoes. So just make sure in a week you have a different shoe. Like, don't wear the same shoe every day, because the shoe is not well aerated.
Yes.
Then it's going to trap the moisture, and bacteria is going to get there. So once you wear one type of shoe every day, what's going to happen? Your sweat stays there, bacteria stays there. Then that's how you get your feet smelling. And then also some foods. People don't know a lot of foods cause feet and armpit sweat.
Chakula.
Yes, spices. If you love spices, tea masalas, me included, you have to always drink a lot of water to really balance out that masala. The spicy foods, all of them, garlic, onion, too much garlic, onion, those are things that really accelerate or cause your feet to smell, plus you wearing your shoes the whole day. For example, for men, they wear socks all the time, Monday to Friday. Yes. Make sure sometimes you have these, they call them loafers. Yeah, wear them without socks, Just make sure your feet is aerated.
That's the other thing. Even loafers, and even for women who we wear door shoes, is it not advisable to wear the socks? There's a specific name for the socks. The small socks, the hidden ones.
They are good because they are most of them are cotton. I'd advise you to wear the cotton ones because at least cotton absorbs sweat from your feet. Yes. And then if you don't like wearing those socks, you can buy more of leather shoes.
More of leather
because
shoes.
When during the day, as your feet expand or as the weather changes and there's a lot of heat, leather at least expands. But if you wear the plastic shoes from China, you know them, there's no room for expansion. So you're going to sweat even more, and then you're wearing them the whole day. You're not even removing your shoes a bit in the office just to aerate them. That's going to accelerate the rate of the smell on the feet.
Yes, Dominic.
You find us men who do loafers, you find that you can sweat during the day, so it feels slippery in there.
Yeah.
So I had men who do loafers because you don't have to do socks. When you are on loafers, you are not on socks. That's a mistake if you do socks. Okay. So you put a powder, a little bit of powder, so that it doesn't like feel in a Teresa. So the other thing you do is also men have to know that there are also foot moisturizers. Foot moisturizers. Okay. So foot moisturizers, they tend to nourish your legs, also fight the bacteria that might be causing this kind of bad odor. So I would urge men also to consider that when they plan for their hygiene.
There's this trick that I saw online that putting at your tea bag in shoes. Others use specific baby powders within shoes. Do such tricks also work, Andy?
Yeah, baby powders work. About the teas, I'm not quite sure about that, but I know about apple cider vinegar, where you can just after a long day of work, just take a small basin, put water and just a bit of apple cider vinegar and just dip your feet for a bit. It's going to help decongest and also open the pores and also kill bacteria. So as you wear your shoes again for the next 4 days, it's going to tone down on the smell.
Okay. Yeah. Auntie, I'll let you, Dominic, I'll let you have the last say in general when it comes to body odor. Yeah.
So I would say that for those people who have oily skin, they are safe to apply perfume without doing the lotions on the body. But if you are dry skin, and get this, which camera to use so that ladies can get this.
Camera 2.
Yes, camera 2. Ladies who know that and men who know that they are dry skin, please wear perfumes which come with body lotions. And they are perfumed body lotions. You can get a gift set whereby it has a perfume and body lotion and also a deodorant. Deodorants for the armpits. You do direct to the skin. You don't do on the clothes. So for those who are dry skin, do a body lotion. Spray the perfume on the body. Why? For the perfume to last long. Otherwise, it's spray on your dry skin. It will last for only a few minutes, and you say, this shop sold us fake perfume. Yet you are the one who don't know.
So it's all a matter of knowing your body.
It is knowing your body.
Okay, thank you guys so much for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, Dominic Dabuki, he is a beauty consultant at Linton's Hotel, Hilton. And on my far end, Andy Nicole, she's the lead trainer at Linton's College of Beauty, just helping us understand a few things. And it's so amazing, the fact that you can also spray perfume on your hair and the sort of food that you eat also contributes to your body odor. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll dive into an update of stories on the international front. But I also have a surprise for you, so you'll have to stick around and see it, all right? We'll be back.
This is KTN News.